Hello, welcome to the Live with Affection channel. Today we're going to read an excerpt from the book Total Self-Defense by Paul Bunker. I find it really interesting. The section is called Making Quick and Sound Decisions. It's an interview by Paul Bunker with Alfred Glaser. So let's begin. Glaser. So the very first question that I'm asked to answer here is very concise and to the point. And it fits in very beautifully with what you're going through. 1. How to make quick and sound decisions, i.e., knowing what to do in order to cope with life and its continual changes. The first step, and you must do it, for I nor anyone else can do it for you, is to start questioning every move you make. When you wake up in the morning and start to get out of bed, don't do it automatically, as you've been trained to do. Say, why am I getting out of bed? Did I make a decision to get out of bed? And deliberately flop back. And then ask yourself, do I really want to get out of bed? And the answer will be probably no. Then ask yourself, why then am I getting out of bed? Well, I have to. Now you're facing decision. Why do you have to? Why? W-H-Y. Why? There comes the point where you've got to make a decision or remain automated. You'll probably end up jumping out of bed, woebegone because you're running late on the clock, scramble around, get to work, and relax until, of course, your supervisor loads you down with work. However, that's the way you start. And you keep it up. You keep on questioning everything you are told to do and not to do. And you keep asking the forever why. Then you'll find you're going to start driving people right up the wall. Do you want to really go out and have a drink? Do I? Take a second and ask yourself, do I really want to go? It might surprise you, and the answer will be no. Well, what are you going for? You don't know? Well, then don't go. Why should you go if you don't want to go? To please somebody else? What are they going to do to please you? Nothing. And you start looking around you at work, and you start looking at your work. What in the world's going on around you that you don't know anything about until you question it? If they're going to fire you on your job, they're going to fire you on your job. Nothing's going to stop that. Even the strongest unions in the world at times can't stop it. But you can start asking questions, and the more questions you ask, the more decisions you're going to be making. And before you know it, they're going to leave you alone. You're trouble to them if they butt their nose into your business when you're doing your job all right. They're sticking their neck out. You aren't. And if you're capable of holding that job, you will keep that job. They will be the ones that are fired. Now, a boss of the big club can make you do things you may not like, but he won't make you do them too long or too often because somebody always comes along with a bigger club than he has and usually scrambles his brains just enough to put him down on Skid Row sooner or later. Once you start making your decisions, there's no turning back. Make them small at first. You want a cigarette, you stop and say, do I really want a cigarette, or is that automation? You come home, flop down, kick off your shoes and sigh and say, well, time to eat. Wait a minute, who said it was time to eat? Is that body of yours a tick-tock thing? Are there a couple hands on it that go tick-tock, clunk, heat? Are you so automated that you automatically stuff your face when the clock rings? Eat! You may find that there are times when you don't care to eat. Well, maybe munch a little bit, or sip a little of a soft drink or coffee, watch TV, snuggle up in a chair. And when you hit the bed, instead of laying there sleepless, tossing and turning with your gut gurgling and uncomfortable, you zap right off to sleep and wake up as fresh as a daisy in the morning. Your body knows when it needs something to eat, but your mind doesn't. It has no way of knowing. That's why you need the comps, because the mind, while being a very brilliant total intelligence, doesn't know very much about the animal body at all. It's got to use a club to get it to do what it wants it to do. So you want to know how to make decisions? You do it by starting to make little decisions and then let them grow on you. And your world will change rapidly. And the people around you will look at you and, out of sight and out of hearing, of course, they'll say, my goodness, what in the world has happened to him? He's no longer a pushover. Oh, I thought I'd go over and hit him for a soft touch, pick up a buck. He told me to get lost. Well, how many bucks have you touched him for without paying him back? Oh, I don't know. It's been going on 3 or 4 years now. Maybe 100. Ha, ha, ha. Aha, so he finally got wise to you. No, it's more than that. I heard him tell off the boss the other day, and the boss took it. You better watch that person. I don't know what's the matter with him. There's not a whole lot the matter with him. He started to make his own decisions and apply them wherever he could, recognizing those instances where he could not, but promising himself that he would change those conditions if possible, so he could go ahead and make those decisions too. What you have to cope with in life is the fact that when you make a decision, that decision is right with you. Don't if it to death. Don't think it might be wrong. Don't sell yourself out of it. That's my decision and it's right. Somebody else, or maybe the whole world, may think it's wrong, but you never accept it being wrong because it's a decision. You made it and it moved you, and that's all it's supposed to do. So go ahead, start making those little bitty decisions and see how quickly you're making big ones and how quickly your life starts to take on a new meaning. The end.